Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. This is Planet Head. Gonna kind of jump straight into it today. It's been about a week since I've been playing. Give you guys a quick update as to where I am with my new character here. If you watched the last episode, I've been started a new character a couple weeks ago. Got back into making videos about once a week. Um, and I am currently in Cheetah. I've been spending some time out in Placid. So that's Tashmerkin. Let's go ahead and pull up Dotland here real quick. And I'll show you what I have been doing, but I'm going to be doing a little bit differently, but just to give you an update. Um, I've been focusing on just being able to play and have fun, which, I mean, when you only have a short period of time to be able to play and that sort of thing. But I've been having a lot of fun doing this. And if it gives you guys any ideas as to what you might want to do, uh, cool. Um, Currently, I set up a kind of a substation um, in Stackman here, right down here. I'm looking for spots that any day that I boot in, sometimes I've only got about 30 minutes to play, other days I've got a lot longer. Um, and today it's one of those 30 minutes to hour to play. That I could get in, play, have fun, do what I want to do, but also progress as a character on the road toward becoming an Omega character and doing that sort of thing. Um, and so, that being said, I've been spending a little bit of time out in Stackman, out here in Placid. I used to spend a lot of time out here back in the day. My current corporation that I was belonging to was actually in the northern area up here. But with this character, I've just stayed in Stackman and done its area. Why have I been hanging out here? Well, it's kind of got what I was really looking for in, and I'll go through this really briefly, but it gives me the opportunity to do some regular nullsec running here. Gives me some very low level, but building and mining opportunities here. And then you've got your factional warfare up this way. And then just right around the corner, you've got some NPC nullsec. Um, right down here in Syndicate. And I've been hanging out here. And what I'll end up doing is, depending on what my daily goals are to get my 10,000 skill points or whatever, I'll either fly down to this area here and do a little bit of exploring, um, or I'll blow up some ships, that sort of thing. I'll do a little bit of mining and stackman. Um, and then when I have more free time, I'll actually do some exploration up toward, I'll go through Ossengal, and then head out to Syndicate. Now, one real trick there, I talked about this on long videos before. I normally don't fly directly from Stackman through Ossengal. I'll actually go one over to Dastrins or even a little bit off the beaten path. So I'm not going directly the fastest route through. Why? Because a lot of times areas where you go from high sec to low sec from major hubs on major routes that people might take, you can go through they'll gate camp these small areas here. So a lot of times I'll hit up Dastrins and head out that way. What's the negative of this area? Well, the first part being it's a little bit off the beaten path. Not too terribly. It's about 15-ish jumps away from Jita. So I can pretty much get whatever I need. The only real negative that I found out here, and I played here a lot over the years, is that if you're an explorer, and I've probably made a bunch of, I'll come through here and I'll hit Placid and then I'll make a run out over here and hit a bunch of these systems. And I'm not, and then I'll head up through Verge Vendor, hit Reblier, and then circle back through and from the bottom here up through Verge Vendor and head back to Gita and drop off all the stuff that I'm able to explore and get. The negative for that is that I really haven't found that many sites out this way. I haven't been able to get a whole lot of ISK worthy stuff um, to take back home with me to sell off. So while I really like Placid and it gives me the opportunity to do some stuff, and I've set myself up pretty well there, I'm going to be working on setting up my second area. over the next couple weeks so that I can bounce between the two. And then I'll add on a third one and a fourth one. If you watch the last video that I did, I talk about creating a ship. I call it the backpack. It's taking with you um, the things that you might need to fly with, to get started with out in a new area. Now, I'm still been working on this idea a little bit, and I had a couple of people give me some ideas for it, but I'm going to stick with the backpack that I've come up with. It's just a venture, and we'll go ahead and get that up and running here. Hold on. And I got a little bit of cold. If you see me rubbing my nose a lot, I've been fighting that off a little bit. Everybody I've worked with recently just got it, and I think I got the end of it. Hey, there she is. There she is. I don't know if you guys can hear the ringing. She's got like a bunch of her tags and stuff. You can always hear her coming. There she is. But because she's got stuff to go do. She'll be back, I'm sure. So let's jump into the backpack real quick. Or I'm going to buy one really quickly. It's a really inexpensive ship. And then I want to go over where I'm going to be going to. And then uh, I'll show you guys on the map. We'll start going in that direction. There is one area that is very, very testy that I could die in, and I'll explain that. And then I'll explain why I'm going to this area if I do make it through there. So, first off, let's go ahead and get ourselves a new venture. Come on, fitting window. There we go. So we're gonna go with the backpack here. I think the backpack's fine. Yeah, I made a backpack to fit. What did I change on this one? Why is this one not? I don't have the skills for this fitting. What don't I have the skills for? Mining laser. I think I got the skills for everything here. That's weird. We'll find out soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to multi buy all these items. Now, I don't really care too much as far as how much this costs. It's so inexpensive. Anything that's under a million ISK, you can pretty much get in about half a second. This fit the, oh, it's got a mining drone. That's why. Okay. So let's get rid of that mining drone. I'm not taking any mining drones with me. We'll pick up a couple hobgoblins, take those on our way. I think I got a couple in the heron that I have lying around there. So we'll go ahead and get this up and running. Bye. Okay, I do like to double check these here, make sure I'm not overpaying. Now, you might be like, oh, that's 55% higher than it's 9,000 ISK, so I'm giving somebody some decent money there. I really don't care. This fit here is what cost me 689,000 ISK. To anybody out there, you can kill one battleship and get that. So, got that. Now, let's go ahead and fit the ship. Did I not buy all that stuff? Let's just make sure. Oh, shoot. That's kind of funny. I took the mining drones out of it. So let's go ahead and remove off. There's my drones over there. And we're going to manage the drones, remove all. There we go. Now let's try and fit the ship. There it goes. Fit the rigs. Yes, yes, yes. Fit ships. I'm still actually I've done so much of this manually, so I'm trying to learn how to click through these things real quick. Save me a lot of time. Time is money. Alrighty, cool. Now I should be able to just jump into this puppy. See here. Now, some of you guys might be saying, well, why aren't you just taking your heron out there? I kind of went over that in the last video. I can make a heron out there, and I could probably buy a venture. But this venture gives me the opportunity to do a lot more things to start off with. I can always fly back and get more, but I think I've got two drones in there. Now, why am I picking up the drones? Two of them? That will help me defend myself in the high sec mining belts. So where am I going? And then how am I going to get there? And where can I possibly die? So let's pull this back up. And we got our ad there. Thank you. So I will be going to Tashmerkin. My ultimate goal is to be near the system of or the region of Stain. Um, Actually, I might as well show that first, and then I'll show you where I'm going to pull up my venture area. This is Stain. I have spent, there was about a year ago, I spent about 6 months in Stain, just living off the land there, and I really enjoyed it. It is a very um, scary area. You have to be very careful. I learned a lot living in this area, and I'll probably be able to create a decent amount of content for this. Um, but it can be very lucrative too. I think I actually opened up an exploration, or I found a relic site one time that got me over 100 million ISK worth of goods. Somebody wants attention. Come on up. Come on. Got her ears back. With tails wagging, so she's not too mad at me. There she is. She just wants attention. Just needs attention for half a second. Good girl, Maya. Good girl. If you could play too, I'd get you another laptop, but you don't have opposable thumbs. Okay? Okay. Off. Good girl. So, how am I going to get here? Well, the easiest way to get into Stain from high sec to low sec is through um, Tashmerkin, which is right here. Now, there are other ways to get in here, but not a whole lot. If you notice, you've only got one through period basis, one through catch, and one through Asteria. All of those are NPC areas controlled by player character empires. This is the only way that you can get into Stain through nullsec or I'm sorry, highsec, unless you go through a wormhole or something like that. So what I'm going to try to do is set up very similar to the way I was in Stackman, just outside of it, where I have production abilities and also the ability to do my daily uh, uh, skilling, um, and be able to set up basically a small area of production in this area so I can be able to jump in and out of it as quickly as possible. Is this a totally safe area? Heck no. And that's part of the game. So where am I going to go? I'm actually going to be heading up to Pay. That's Paye right here. And I'm going to be heading there from Jita and just taking this mining ship out. Now, part of the interest for me is when I go to these areas to see what are the available blueprints that I can get and bring out. So, and then what ships work the best, and then start building from there. In each of these areas, like in Stackman, I went Caldari because I want to learn missiles and have that ability. Once I get out to Pay, I want to see what the rats are, what availability of items are, that sort of thing, and live off the land there. That way, down the road, whenever I continue playing this character, hopefully over the next couple of years, anytime I come out of a wormhole or something like that, if I've set up these different areas throughout the universe, I'll always have something worthwhile to land at, but all my stuff won't be scattered all over the place. They'll be in these concentrated hubs that I can work out of in a high sec or a low sec system. Um, so we want to go to Pay. We're going to take our venture out that way. I like doing the venture too. Now you could say you could load up a freighter or an industrial ship. It's super slow. A venture is a frigate. It's pretty quick. Um, the only negative with the venture is that um, it doesn't, being an alpha, it doesn't cloak. I've got to be very careful with it while I'm going. Now, if I wanted to be super duper careful, and I don't know if you can see it right here, but I did do a search for how long an autopilot jump in a safer point high sec systems would take to get there. And the total number of jumps is 51 jumps to get there from Jita. Now, just to show you the difference, if I am willing to jump through a low sec system, less secure, there we go. Actually, I thought this was, oh no, that was prefer shorter. There we go. Takes me 15 jumps. And I only have to go through this one system, and that's Abazan. Abazan. And you might be like, well, why wouldn't you fly through that way? Well, anybody who's played this for a while has to know, and I'm assuming that since this is a shorter distance, there's got to be guys out there who are gate camping this area. I'm just going to fly through it today. I got a really super cheap ship. Um, And if I can get through it, that's fine. If not, I'll work on the next video that I do on different ways that you can possibly do it. But sometimes it's kind of fun to watch somebody get blown up. So we got our adventure here. We're ready to roll. I should minimize that. Closing down a few things. This is running really slow. Probably because I have the graphics up so high. There we go. So all I'm going to do here is set that up. Plus we're in Jita, which has a ton of people in it right now. So we've got about 4 jumps before we get to Abazon. So let's just take a quick look. Abazon. There we go. We're going to find out. So this is coming up from the forge, going through here to get to one of these systems. And we're going to jump into it here and see. Aha! So you notice here, there have been, let's see here, 48 pod kills in the last hour. So there is a very good chance that I'm going to die here. The only other thing that might keep me alive here is if that was a battle that happened. But I am assuming it's not. So I'm going to try one other trick. Boy, I don't know, maybe. Network is running really slow right now. Look how slow. This is really pretty, but this is bad. I don't know if it's because I was in Jita or because I've got this setting set really high. Um, so I'm coming out now. I am going to reset my graphics settings while I've got this here. I'm going to optimize my settings. We're going to go for performance. See, even this part is running slow. Yeah, notice I had everything up high. We'll see if there's any major difference here. Nowhere near as pretty. It's going to log off on me? There's somebody to my right. Did you see that over there? There was like a battleship over there. It won't even turn. I can't even look. Hello? I don't know if you, I don't think you guys can hear it. I can hear what sounds like gate jumps. I think my system has locked up on me. Oh no, I think maybe that isn't gate jumps. That's the actual lightning from the wormhole. Very interesting. I doubt you guys can hear that. So, now the sites did just update here on the probe scanner. See, there's the question. How long do you wait to see if it will update itself? Or not update it, that it will allow me to go through. I'm gonna give it 15 more seconds and then I'll do a reboot. Not reboot of the system, just a reboot of the game itself. We'll see what happens. All right, I think I've locked up here. Go and quit that. We'll go ahead and try to boot in again. Learn combat mechanics. There we go. It's a lot of work for you guys to be able to watch me die. Now the question is, am I going to be in Cheetah or am I going to be one out from Cheetah? One thing, I really should do a video on this. Things that I've learned recently from playing Caldari ships for the first time in a while. If it puts me into being in warp, I'm gonna lose my mind. Um, come on. Is I always forget about the idea of missiles. I never really used them a whole lot. And I've just started using them a little bit more being Caldari. In the fact that you're almost guaranteed a hit every time that you shoot them. The only thing is how much damage you actually do. What is check Eve offline? See if anything's going on here. Eve offline. 28,000. Thing seems okay. There we are. Okay, we are now in system. We are back up and running. Hopefully that fixes it. Still running a little bit slow. All right. So what I was going to show you guys earlier was, so obviously we've got um, Abazan here. There's a very likely chance that I'm going to die right now. This is the first thing you want to check. Now, there are other things you can do. You can check the in-game map. Um, you can fly a better ship to try to get through it. Um, I'm probably doing the third best thing that you can do, fly the most inexpensive ship that you can through it, other than maybe a shuttle. Now, I am going to try one little trick that I've done in the past. Um, all I really need to do, most likely, is just get through this gate. Boy, this is running super slow. Look at this. It's just stopped. That's better. 19 in system. So that might be, that right there might be my guy right there. So here's the trick that I used to use a lot whenever I used to live out in Malden Heath is I will warp, I won't, I will warp up to the gate, but I won't jump through. What I'm going to try to do is wait right outside the gate, and then as soon as I see somebody else jump through, I'm going to wait about 5 seconds, then I'm going to jump through. And hopefully, if there are predators on the other side of this gate, I can jump through and wait for that first person to decloak. If they get attacked, maybe I have a slight chance of getting through faster. Or maybe there won't be anybody on gate whatsoever, and I don't have to worry about anything. Ooh, look at that. See that? There was a capsule that was there. So we're going to wait here for a second. Okay, here comes a shuttle. Shuttle coming in. Okay. Wait for that shuttle. That's our bait. Okay, he jumped. Now I'm jumping. 39 guys in here. Here's a question. A lot of wrecks, but nobody on gate. I didn't see any. Look at all these wrecks that are sitting here. Look at all these wrecks. Wow. So somebody was probably doing a gate camp here, um, or something. But if we can get through, we just saved ourselves about an hour's worth of travel time, going from 50 jumps down to 15. More wrecks on this side. Yep, see, there's two battleships that are there, two, but we got through. Cool. So we are back into high sec. I feel a little bit safer here. Nobody really wants to gank a quiet little venture that's flying on through. So that was the interesting part. Now, the thing I have to remember is if I need to go get stuff for this area that I'm going to be setting up, I probably can't be going through Jita while I'm an alpha character. I'm going to Jita because it'll just take too long going through this scary area right here. This area is probably always going to be gate camped or have issues. So, um, what I probably want to do is figure out where the next closest trade hub is for just general things that I need to get. So, like I said earlier, Jita is 51 jumps away. Let's say we want to get to, let's just run through them. We're going to go through Ren's. How far away are you, Ren's? Ren's is 25 jumps, and I put it to the safer setting. This way, because this might be um, times where I just want to travel quietly. I don't really care about too much time. I'm going to be carrying things that I need. They're not going to be expensive, but I don't want to lose them. Let's try Do Dixie. Could just pull up the map and take this up, but this is just faster. So that's 39 jumps. And Amar. Betting this is even farther. Amar's only 4 jumps. So Amar might be my closest spot to get to. And that would tell you exactly why that little um, low sec area is so gate camped, because that is the fastest way to get from Amar to Jita for anybody who's trading things back and forth. Um, so for me, going forward, Amar is going to be probably my best spot here, because the farthest it could be is about 11 jumps. Could be even closer, but the reason why I say that is I've got 4 jumps. I've got 7 jumps to get to where I want to get to, and I've got 4 jumps to get to Amar. So there we go. Hey, buddy. Oh no, you guys can't see it, but it was raining all day yesterday, and somebody got into some mud. Somebody got into some mud. Not a whole lot. Just discolored your nice white coat. You're gonna have to get you washed up. Yeah, yeah. So, I'd say that's about it, after today. Not a whole lot going on. Um, I am I will still hang out. There she is. I still will hang out over in Placid a little bit. I'm gonna bounce between the two, but this is gonna be a nice little change for me out here. Next couple of days, I will be hitting work. Um, to be honest, I wasn't going to do a video today. I was going to do one yesterday, but I just got so tired. And I went out and saw Dune 2 in the theaters. I don't really go to see movies too much anymore, but a movie like that, where it's this huge blockbuster space thing, I wanted to see theaters. And I have to say, maybe it was blown up a little bit too much for me. It was a really good movie. Um, I don't want to say I came out of it flabbergasted. Um, but I realize there's some movies that I get done watching them, and then the second and the third time I go, like maybe I see it on TV later on, I get more of an appreciation um, for the storytelling and what they were doing with different things. My personal reaction to it right now is maybe a 7 out of 10. I'm glad I saw it in the big theater, and now if I see it again or I watch some things, I can maybe get a better feel for uh, to appreciate it. So there are a few times in this, and I think this is gonna be one of those movies. The more I see it, the more I'm gonna like the movie. I didn't dislike it. I did like it. I enjoyed going to see Dune 2, but I wouldn't say it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. Um, there we go. But I would suggest you go see it in the theater if you go see it if you're interested in that sort of thing. The really nice part is I'm someone who watched the original Dune back whenever it came out, and I was a little bit let down by it, but did have some neat ideas. But the ending in of Dune for this one, while similar, had some changes at the end compared to the original movie. I'm not somebody who read the books. I have a feeling they stayed more to the books in this one. And it really did set up a third movie that I'm really very intrigued by because I don't know any of that story behind it. It's very similar to The Expanse. I made a point not to read the Expanse books because I love the show so much that I didn't want to ruin anything from the show. So I think Dune 3, once they finally bring it out, is going to be fantastic. So, but other than that, that's all I've got for today. I'm going to be playing out here for the next couple of days. I probably won't do any videos right away out here. Um, but on that, just keep still working on doing my full fill out of the Air Career Program. I did just hit the full skill bonus build out here, but I haven't 100%ed the entire career program. So I don't think you get anything for that, but I just want to say I did it. So I'm about, I want to say 85 to 90% done with that. I did still have some PvP stuff to go there. Other than that, that's all I've got for today. Hey, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however like you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.